Gonna be a party, y'all.
How I feel, and I will build my world around you, 'cause I can't live my life without you. How I feel, 'cause everything I do is for you, what's mine is yours, 'cause I adore you.
You the apple of my
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on?
We're back like we never left.
We didn't leave.
Because we didn't leave. We've been here the whole time.
We've been here
You
the
just
whole
seen different
time.
faces.
Right. We had a sleepover. And we just
That's
did
what you call it. A sleepover.
a sleep week.
A sleep, yeah.
A short
okay, I can
break.
say a short break.
A
A
short
short break.
I
That
hope
was
you
it.
guys enjoyed that all male podcast, because we definitely enjoyed it. That shit was
Listen,
so
I
funny.
love sitting on the sideline, okay?
It was the best.
That was fun.
It was the
the
absolute
best part
best.
was that somebody figured out the fuck the milkshake movie was, because I was like,
Thank God for the person in the comments, because listen, I did not know.
I was very confused.
and I was still trying to figure it
I
out
was
after the fact.
definitely confused. I was
I didn't
like,
put that much thought into it,
what
though.
movies are you watching where you don't drink another man milkshake?
I don't know what that is.
Hilarious. Well, you guys, welcome to another episode of
Kush Curves and Conversation.
My name is Tasha.
I'm Brittany.
My name is Tracy, and happy Pride, everybody!
Happy
Yes.
Pride
Well,
month,
if you don't
year,
know, because
week.
now that you know,
Of course you
June
know, June.
is what, y'all?
Because they can't just have but one day. They
Right.
gotta have the whole
The
month.
The whole
month.
month of June.
Month of June.
Whole month of June. So here at Kush Curves and Conversations, we celebrate people that love people.
That's right.
And
then
we
people love
celebrate
us.
Lots of
that
people, because
all the
those
time.
people love us.
Exactly.
right.
Those people love us so much. So
That's- we celebrate those who celebrate us.
shout out to those humans that love other humans that might be limited on some days of the week, but this ain't one of them. So
Y'all just
do what you
generally
do.
don't care.
When
right,
you do
we
what
don't.
you do.
We really don't. Like
Because
we-
you do it.
Right. I have no control on telling you to love another human, and I don't understand why other people feel like your activism or your contribution would be
I
any
ain't just a
different.
person that loves love. I don't
Yes.
care which way it
I'm just a
comes.
person that loves
I
love.
don't care
and
which
that's
way it goes, and I don't care who
which
the
way it
person
goes.
is, as long as you
it
love.
goes in my
And I love a
favor,
good
we're
color
good.
bomb, so you know,
Yeah.
love a good color bomb.
Anything for the color.
Yes, the color, the culture. So we are definitely
Showing
proud
our support.
and supportive, and we appreciate everybody who likes, clicks, and shares, and make sure that they are in support of this here good movement too, because love is love, and humans are humans, and humans are gonna love humans.
That's
Period.
right.
That's how that's gonna go, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Baby.
So, you know, I would like to check in with my ladies and see what they've been up to. I mean, we did have a little, week
Little break,
sleepover.
so y'all had some time to do some stuff.
Yeah, what y'all been doing?
What you been doing? Let's go in order. Tasha.
I am now a black girl with chickens, okay? 7 of them.
She's a chicken mother.
I am 7 of them, girl, and they come home. Look, they like little doggies. They come up to me when I pulls in the yard. They walks me in the house. They don't come in the house
So
because
they like free
chicken.
roaming now? Because last time I went,
Well-
they were like in the thing.
Yes, because they have gotten a little bigger since you guys
They
have
look
last
like
saw
chickens
them.
now?
They were itty bitty babies when Tracy and Brittany saw
Aw.
them. Now they look like chickens.
They're full-blown
They
chickens.
were little itty. Didn't they look like little
They
hens?
look like teenage chickens, I guess.
Teenage Mutant Chickens.
Teenage Mutant Chickens.
Teenage chickens, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, I can sort of tell, like, what
Who
the
is
sex
who?
is gonna be or whatever.
So are they all chickens, or you got some roosters in there?
I got one rooster. My rooster, he real on me. Like, when I say he on me, he on me.
Cause you his mama.
Yeah, because that's what roosters do, right? Or he know hoo-ha when he see hoo-ha.
He knew who feed him.
Okay.
Maybe that's it.
That's what that is. Like every other animal, I know who feeds me.
Maybe that's it. But I mean, you get bopped on the head like everybody else. Peter don't come get me. But I'm just saying. I am now a black girl with chickens. I
Just
put
like
that
they're
on my
all named
Snapchat.
after like rappers and golden girls.
That's right, because I'm black. I could not have no sweet naming chick. When I got them, they were named Shirley and Cupcake and
no.
Twinkle. No. You can no.
What's the names of your chickens?
No, I have Gates because he named after my favorite rapper, Kevin Gates, and
Kevin Case, the chicken bird.
Then I had the Migos. I had 3 of them.
Then you got all the Migos.
I have 3 of them because they have feathers on their feet, and so they look like they have on boots. So I call them the Migos. And then I have 3 all black chickens who are the Golden Girls. My rooster so happened to be a golden girl.
Aw, which one?
Dorothy, because he the biggest one.
But you know what? And that's fine because Dorothy was a little man.
Dorothy was
she was a little
tall.
man. She was a little tall, little mannish.
And what's crazy is if we all watch the Golden Girls, which I know you have.
Yes.
At some point.
Dorothy was the one that got married.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Yep. Look at that
she
rooster.
was.
Look at that rooster.
So yeah, but somebody else called it. Well, somebody who babysat them or babysits them while I'm gone. She called my rooster Big Pun, so I might switch his name over.
Here's the Big Pun.
I'm gonna see how it goes.
Oh man,
I'm gonna see how it goes. I mean, he the biggest one, so he Big Papa. Like, he either gonna be Biggie or he gonna be Big Pun. You gotta pick one.
The notorious B.I.G.
You gotta pick one.
Let the people decide.
Okay,
people,
if you watch this, the rooster's name can either be Biggie or Big Pun. You pick and let me know.
We'll post a picture in in the groups and the social medias later, so that way you guys can get a full visual.
It's an all black chicken. Is all I'm saying.
Brewster.
So that has been going on, and then I don't know. This is weird. But I believe in giving people their flowers. While they living. But I have been going through some self-care after this title, but. At first, I wasn't going to do it or whatever. Like, my mental was just crazy, and it won't even retrograde season. Nope, it was. But my mental was crazy or whatever, and, I couldn't figure out why. So when we did our all-male podcast, and he mentioned, Rocks a Lot mentioned the title of his album was Self-Care, that's what made me kick in high gear about going into self-care and, getting your mental right and all that other stuff. So I have started to do that, and it all starts with a word.
A word.
Yes.
And the word is?
A word. But see, that's why now I'm very mindful about what I say and things like that, because words are very powerful.
Oh, yes.
Or whatever in any situation. So what made my mental get thrown off was because a friend told me a sentence that threw me back. When I say threw me back, it threw me against the wall and then shot me back out. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Or somebody I thought was my friend. But still was a friend. And it threw me back or whatever. And I had to get my shit together. So my mental was not right because I was like, really? I was like, I cannot believe that this friend of mine who I've been friends with for college and back said something like this to me, to my face, blew my cap back or whatever, blew my wig back. Okay,
Oh, shit.
Not the wig.
So I had to get my mental together. So then, once he said the title of his album was Self-Care or whatever, things just started falling into place, and I started getting my mental together. The more I took care of myself, so I've been doing that in the midst of our slumber.
Okay,
along with getting my chickens and shit together.
Chickens and shit.
We about to have some eggs, y'all.
And there's an egg shortage, unfortunately.
There is an egg shortage.
How the fuck you got an egg shortage?
Because somebody lit a full farm on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And burned everything to a pith. So they're in Minnesota, and they are one of the 3 top egg producing farmlands that the United States has. That's a problem. I like eggs, so I'm gonna need for Gates to figure it out
and lay some eggs
and baka or something.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Yeah, so that was me. Shout out to Rocks a Lot for your self-care album, because like I said, it has helped me.
It's kicked a lot of things into high gear.
It kicked some shit and made some shit go into alignment, and I didn't think that was right. But again, we're in the middle of we're at the end right now. Today is the last day of retrograde.
Thank you, Jesus.
And that's probably where half my shit was coming from. But again, that friend said a sentence to me, and when I say it blew me to the back, I was like, I'm in the back seat, for real. So
backseat ride.
You gotta be mindful what you say to people, because you don't know what their edge is, or what you know. You don't really know what shit what shit will set people off, or where things will send them to, or whatever. But I mean, it could be their truth. It could have been their honest opinion. Could have been alcohol. We had a lot of mimosas that day. It could be anything. But at the end of the day, it's you gotta be mindful what you say to people.
Thanks.
All right. Well, Brittany, what's happening with you?
Oh, let's see. I've been dating, you guys.
You went on a dot?
I did. I went on a couple dots.
You went on
Ooh, she fancy.
Couple dots. So I decided to dip my toe back into the dating pool. It still has pee in it, by the way.
Clearly not if you've been going on dates.
That's just a date.
That's just a date. That don't mean it went nowhere. I'd have just went to eat at that point and had some conversation.
Go ahead.
None of them have really panned out. I might still be talking to like maybe one.
Okay.
But
well,
it's not like a consistency.
One is better than none.
Yeah, it's not like a consistency of nothing. Partly on their part and partly on my part because, I don't know.
You're not here for the fuck shit.
I'm not, though.
So once you smell it smells.
Once I smell the bullshit, sis is gone.
Yep.
Okay? You see nothing, just a pure ghost. You might have the text message thread still in there, but you can text it if you want to and see what comes up.
That's usually how shit works.
It is. No closure.
Nothing.
Just an open sew in and then ball. No closure.
Unless they message
Basically.
me before I get to that point and I'll be like, you know what? This isn't going to work. Meh. You don't have no thoughts? Nope, that's all I got. This is not going to work.
Okay.
The end. So, yeah. Been on a couple of little dots here and there, and then it's just been some people that's just been stepping it up. Like, people that I've known for years, just like, oh, you have these feelings and things?
Oh.
Okay.
Blew your wig back, didn't it?
Talk about her cap.
Talk about blew her cap
Listen,
back.
and my joints be secured, so like...
You blow her wig back. You really blew it back. I know that right.
No, because like it was like one of them who just like showed up randomly on a Sunday. Let's go to dinner. How you know I ain't had nothing to do today? Because I know you ain't had nothing to do today. Okay.
Who are you?
Well, where are we going to eat?
Who are you?
Don't worry about all of that. Okay, that's
Okay,
fine. I ain't got to
won't.
think about it. You know I'm going to eat it. We good. So, it was straight, So did that. Working on some other projects and things. I'm going to write a book.
Gonna write a book?
I started writing a book.
Okay.
I did.
What kind of book?
Honestly, it's a book about baths.
It's a bath.
It's a bath book.
It's
Yes.
an ocean bath book. I know that's right.
Going into self-care and whatnot because y'all know I love a good bath.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I do for all different types of purposes and reasons. A whole bunch of shit goes in there for all different types of
sound like-
reasons.
I don't know, when
and
you
things
said
like
that-
that. What? That I'm gonna write a book about.
No,
baths?
when you said that, like I picture Rev Run. You guys remember at the end
Yes,
of Run's house
he
when he
would
be
be in
sitting there
the
with that old
bathtub.
ass Blackberry in that bathtub.
First of all, the BlackBerry was still in at that time, so it really was not that old to us when we were watching it.
He be writing
But
that
you know
message
what?
in
But
that bathtub on that Blackberry with the ball on it and everything, and they close it and go like this. That's what I picture. Like that.
And that's probably what it'll look like at some point. Now that you have given me said idea,
But wait, you gotta do it the way Tasha did it. Close and go like this.
I sure.
That's
am.
how he would
That's gonna be my
do.
promo.
He would type his little thing in that Blackberry, and with the little ball still in it. You remember when the
Listen,
ball
I
was
didn't have.
prevalent?
I had a BlackBerry, but it wasn't the one with the ball.
It wasn't the one with the
ball.
ball.
It had
It
the
was-
little pad.
Yep, at that point the little ball was flat.
Yeah.
But still.
No, child. But no, I'm writing a book, and I'm actually writing 2 books.
Okay.
So, but they're all about like cleanliness and things like that. But it's just told from a very real, unsugar-coated standpoint. Because y'all know I don't sugarcoat.
Like,
jack.
bitch, you need a bath.
You need a bath. You stink. Let me tell you why you stink. And let me tell you why this is not healthy. Your mama and them lied to you when they told you these things.
This is gonna be the Snoop Dogg of baths.
Snoop
bath
Dogg
books.
of baths.
bath
19
books.
crimes, 19 bath crimes. Don't tell him we said
19
that.
hygiene crimes.
Yeah. Don't tell him we said that now, because
Christ.
then he gonna ask us to pay for it.
No.
I ain't got no money.
We, like, oops.
Broke. I think no, because they just have 19 crimes. They don't have 19 all the other crimes, so we good.
Okay.
I think we good.
We'll look it up just in case.
So yeah, so that's what I've been doing aside from going to work and podcasty things and whatnots. So yeah,
Okay.
staying black,
Stay black.
staying black. Trying to go to like events and stuff.
Yes.
Putting myself out there these days.
My
I tendered.
oh, girl.
I tendered.
Look at you go.
Some of these dates did come from Tinder.
Look at you go.
I did. I gave it another shot. I just moved to a whole nother location to give it a shot, though.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Yes.
It be like that.
So
And I think
that's the tea. That's you have to be in a different
You just
area.
gotta be in a different area than where you at. Like I did it while I was at work and caught some fish. So I was like, all right,
you can
cool.
switch your zip code on Tinder. Girl, you could live in Virginia Beach and your zip code could say DC, and guess what you can get? Everybody.
I know, but
within
they
a certain mile
also it's
radius
also
of
based
DC.
off location too, though. So like even if like
Sometimes
you could be
it
riding
is.
in the car and like stuff be pinging on your thing.
Wow.
So I, you know,
I know
set it to-
nothing.
knew something.
you
Girl,
can
I didn't
set
know
it
either
either
until I
way.
just sat down one day and decided, you know what?
You can set it either way. The only thing I would say is that if you're not gonna go to these places frequently, like me, I'm here in where we record at all the time. So I would set my zip code to this and be like, and then when somebody be like, hey, look, it says you're like this many miles away. Yeah, but I'm about to be there on Thursday and Friday and probably Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's nothing to me. But if I'm gonna set it to DC, I'm not going to DC every like once a week or so. Maybe.
See, I didn't know
like,
you could like preset it. I just thought it worked based
you
on like
can.
I'm here.
There are a lot of people who
Let's use
a
your
lot of people in the
location for you
military
to
use
see
it
these
because
things.
people in the military use it because they're getting ready to get deployed to that place.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, I want to find friends before I get there. So they set the zip code
That's actually pretty
to
smart,
where they're
though.
going.
Oh, they'll think
And
ahead,
then
chicken bird. Okay.
Yeah, but it's the
I
same
want a
shit
chicken
we
bird
did to go
when
to
I
college.
land.
Yeah, so like it's the same shit. So like, hey,
Let me line up
if
a
you
chicken
planning
bird
a,
for
if
when
you
I
planning
land.
a trip to DC and you want to line up,
Listen, it's
you
the
know what I'm
same
saying?
shit we did to go to college. You know, you look up to who's gonna be in your graduating class and wherever they going to school at, and let's be friends on Facebook today.
Yep, that thing.
All these people, so that way we know people when we get there.
that thing. So
Are
yeah,
you excited to go? Yeah, me
that's
too.
just my tip. If you gonna preset your zip code, preset it somewhere you gonna go a lot.
I
Not
don't
just
preset it.
like,
I'm gonna just let the location work how it work.
you let the Lord use.
Just let the Lord use.
I'm gonna let them use y'all and y'all tell me about it.
No,
okay?
I'm gonna slide you up in there
I'm
too.
scared.
You can stand in the shallow end with me, girl. You know how you go to the beach and you just put your feet far enough in so that when the wave come, that's where I'm
so it'll
at.
splash on your
Right,
ankle.
so it'll splash on your ankles,
know.
maybe a calf. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at in the water.
Oh snap!
So you can stand on the side with me, girl. You can stand in the sand in the shallow
Okay,
end.
I'm gonna stay in the shallow end of the pool.
There you go. That's where I'm at. That's
Well,
all.
Tracy, what's going on with you?
Man, so
I thought she was gonna say nothing like shit. I'm not even gonna shade you. I'm like, bitch, nothing for real.
okay, so I tried to attempt to go on a dot. Well, I'm sorry. Okay,
Dots.
multiples
Plural.
with an S. I had 3 dots. Three little piggies. I had 3 dots. One stood me up.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Right?
Yep.
One I went on, and that was just so uncouth,
Fuck him.
you know. And then one that was like,
Fuck him.
Too many excuses is what he had.
One that was just like,
he won't. He wasn't ready.
no, one that was like unexpected, but you know how you go on a dot and you see how they function, you see how they act, and you be like, oh, they would blend in very well, but you just don't know what status was left at the end of the dot. It just
nobody
seems
thought
kind of
you
cloudy.
didn't ask.
You didn't ask questions?
Well, no, you can ask the questions, and the questions are still kind of open-ended. It's not necessarily, it's like I need more dots before I can make an evaluation.
Okay, I guess.
So that's where that dot is.
I'm here. Okay.
But
Ride along.
you know, I gotta get my ankles wet. I gotta toe that.
That's
tongue.
right,
I
girl.
gotta move that
Go on,
ankle.
step.
You got-
step
you
a
gotta
little.
feel
You
him
gotta go a
out.
little
Step
further
it.
in.
You gotta feel him out. You know what I'm saying? You
you
gotta
know,
feel it
further
out
in
and see
there.
what's going on there.
And with those feelers, so it's just
Feelers.
one of those things where it's like one thing I have learned, especially along these lines of self-care, I have learned something else that I do not like in regards to somebody.
Speak of it.
So one thing that I'm coming to terms that I don't like it when if I give you a control, like something that I'm trying to see what exposes what you would do with the situation. Like, for example, so let's say we plan for a sunny day and it's raining. Mm-hmm. That would be a moment where I am looking to you to be like, So are you like so thrown off that nothing can occur? Like we can't even converse because it's.
So what's your plan B?
Right, you have no plan Bs. So I really dislike people who don't know how to have plan Bs. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning that is becoming one of those things that makes or break me dating people, is because you should always anticipate the rainy day. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I understand we had an expectation of doing this, but that doesn't mean that my time with you should be removed. Right. You know, so that's one thing I've learned, that it's like,
that makes
so
sense.
you telling me you never gas tanked on E, thought you could have made it, barely made it, it'd have been like, oh, well, let me go
call your lifeline. You got no lifeline,
right?
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. So say, help me. I have never been afraid of my life to pull a Kevin Hart in some days. Help me,
you know,
nigga.
But at the same time, it's also like that shows me like your critical thinking, your problem solving. Like you have never come up with a plan B.
Creative problem solving people.
You've never had an opportunity where you've had to think outside of the box. You know, and then it just got me to thinking like, no, this is something that I know I have to have, because I am one of those thinkers, and that's an oil and water type of mixture in my opinion, and I can't be without it. Like, I need to see how you plan B. I mean, some people make a knife out of plastic if they ain't got metal. I need to know you know how to make a plan B. Like, you know, so that's something I have learned.
I think as you get older though, like things change anyway like that. Like for me, I noticed that as I'm getting older now, my love language is changing. Or whatever, where when I was like first dating and people asked me my love language or whatever, I'd be like, oh my God, physical touch. Not because it sounded cute or whatever, because, well, it sounded cute, but I mean, it was over sexualized or whatever, that too. But I did really like that. I'm a very touchy feely person. I'm one of them people who walk up to you and say, I'm a hugger. You know how the white people be, I'm a hugger.
No, I'm not hugging everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Even in COVID now, if I have my mask on, you know, I'm a hugger. Or whatever kind of person. But now I feel like out of a person that I'm dating now more so, do I still want the physical touch? Yes. But my number one now has turned to quality time. Because number one and two, you get physical touch out of quality time, but you can't touch nobody if they ain't there. So I realize that now that I'm older, I'm like, I really want more so than physical touch. Do I want quality time? I'd rather if you stand across that room, or like if you're working on something in the yard or whatever, I'd rather just sit down on the picnic table and swap mosquitoes, because to me that's quality time. At least we're there, we're together, you know what I'm saying? We can have conversation versus like nothing. And then it's like I'm sitting there like,
okay.
Yeah,
I get that. Oh my gosh. You know,
look at all this growth.
Look at all this growth
and whatnot.
I just sprouted a whole bush.
We do have a bush.
Look at all this growth.
Look at this little mulberry bush of growth.
Child.
Okay. Well, ladies, I have something special for you guys today.
Oh Lord.
And it is
it a poem?
No.
Okay. Is it a story?
Is it a story?
No.
Okay. Continue.
I was making sure all y'all guesses was guessing.
Not because we know how your poems go. We know how your stories go.
I have a game for you.
Right.
But your game is like a song and a poem all together.
Like, yeah. We all saw episode 1. We know that the Mulberry Bush neighborhood is freaky as hell. Okay? The apartment complex,
the landlord, all of
the
them.
landlord, everybody getting down. Okay,
get down.
It's all I'm saying.
I don't know what complex this is.
Today is off the cuff. Today is questions that men have for women. Some of these questions
must have came after the last.
I just want to know where the questions came from.
So some of the questions came from some of our audience.
Episode. Okay.
Some of the questions are questions that a lot of men typically ask during speed dating. Mm-hmm. So when they're trying to get to know somebody, they already ask these questions. And then some parts of these questions come from the piss that is in the dating pool.
Ain't none of these Steve Harvey questions, are they?
No.
You know, Steve Harvey want to know what you're doing 5 years from now. What's your 5-year plan?
I mean, I could tell you, but I'm just saying.
Somebody asked me
what's
that.
What's your long-term, what's your short-term plan? Listen, we all did not prepare for COVID, and we had to plan for it in a hurry. Okay, I can't plan for tomorrow what I can't finish today. Is all I'm saying. Do I got a plan?
That's where that creative problem solving pops up
Do
and
I got a
comes
plan
in,
that I'm
child, 'cause
manifesting
listen,
on? Absolutely.
when COVID came,
But-
sis was ready.
Okay.
Is all I'm saying.
Well, I think you guys will like these questions because some of them are a little open and some of them kind of closed and some of them are really funny because women are funny just the same way men are.
Yep.
So we're going to dive right in and, you know, some of them you might need some plan B thinking skills, but you'll be
All right.
okay. Y'all survive.
We is smart.
We survive. We is smart.
We is kind.
We is important.
Continue.
Okay. Question number 1. Why do girls say they don't want gifts or flowers, etc., when they actually do?
Who says that? Because listen,
Cause she lied.
she damn sure
That
lied.
bitch lied.
Everybody loves gifts. You can't say you don't. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like flowers and shit. You buy me lunch? Oh, thank God. Look at you. Look
First
at-
of all,
oh, my
story
God.
time. Picture it. Sicily. Tracy comes home with fruit.
Yeah. Listen.
And Brittany crawls out of wherever she's at
Whatever
hoarding.
rock I'm under. She be like, there's strawberries. Oh, there's food. There's fruit. Listen, fruit is my love language.
Fruit
Do you
is
hear
her
me?
love language.
Yes.
But I think
Food is her love.
I mean, and that's every female, but I'm just saying.
I think that person lied. Now
I think it's just because women want you to come up
They don't
with
want
it
to
instead of
seem
you
materialistic
suggesting it.
either, though.
Yeah, this is true. They may not want to
Because
see
they
materialistic or
automatically
hungry.
have the
Material
whole
girl.
preset. Men are supposed to be providers and all that other stuff. They ought to just automatically assume we just want to receive most of the time
Yeah,
when
but
it's really not that.
My thing is though, I don't want to ask for anything. Like I understand the notion or whatever, and where some people if they want to buy me a gift, they'll come out and say, "Hey, look, I want to buy you a gift. Which one?" Or there are some people, but I want like.
I feel like it's not
I'm
a
just
gift.
saying,
It's just
what
like
you want.
me buying you
it's
something.
like you just buy me something you want. But I also feel like for me or whatever, it's like I would never tell anybody not to buy me anything or whatever. But I would want you to be creative and figure the shit out yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to say, "Hey, look, I want this.
I want
this
you
from
to have
JC
listened.
Penney's. I want this. Hey, I want this. I don't want that. I want you to figure the shit out."
At some point down the line, I will have hinted at there is something that I want.
Right. Because
Or I will have seen something and you were there and I'd be like, oh, that'll be nice to have.
But it's
I
all
don't
in
want that.
It's all in the conversation. Like,
It just requires you to listen.
right. Whenever I'm interested in a guy
And
or
remember-
whenever I want to buy something for a guy, I like listen to conversations that we've had or whatever. I pay attention. I'm like, hey, look, that would be something interesting to buy them or whatever as a gift. So
I like to receive gifts from men, but I feel like another reason why women don't like necessarily I'll say they want them, but they won't ask for them. It's more like
you don't want to seem like a gold digger either.
a part of that too, because it's also like in order for me to remain in my femininity, I have to sacrifice the aggressiveness of asking a question or asking to receive something. It doesn't mean, I'm asking and, hey, bitch, give me some shit. You better give me some snacks. I ain't saying no shit like that. I'm saying like just the notion of asking a question to some people is considered masculine. So if I walk up to a guy and I be like, yo, I'm hungry. Like, you're not hungry?
Girl, they do not put 2 and 10 together. I have walked up to several people and be like, wonder what I'm gonna eat for lunch today. And they'll say, oh, let me offer to get you lunch, or hey, let's have this, or I'm going. No.
Yeah.
I've hinted to several guys and said, hey, look, my birthday is in so many days. Oh, really? Then my birthday rolls
you gonna
around,
do?
and then they say, oh, I didn't know it was your birthday.
Lies.
Yeah, okay.
Lies
But then in the
is
same
deceit.
sentence, they'll say, I'm really, really interested in you. And I'm like, that is...
So I really think it just depends on the chicken bird.
There you go.
Because depending on the woman, that determines that. Depending on the way the man receives it, he'd be like, why she always saying she don't want nothing when she really wants something? She ain't trying to say
And then she get
wants
mad when I don't get
something.
her
When
the
I
thing
don't
she
do
want.
nothing. How you gonna tell me? But yeah, that was my voice.
That was your
I
man
tried.
That
voice.
was your man voice?
That was your man voice. It was the facial expression that went with it for me.
Yep. It was the face for me. It wasn't even the voice. It was the face for me. She got me.
I got y'all. Okay. So next question. Why is cuddling preferred over a session if there is space and opportunity?
Over a what?
a session.
Sex, girl.
No, my thing is this though. Cuddling leads to sex.
Not in all cases.
Not really.
Not in all cases.
Who y'all cuddling y'all? Well, I mean,
You telling me that if you on the Red River,
I was gonna say, if you on the burlap,
and
you
just
out
wanna
here cuddling and fucking.
I just want you to hold me, Jesus.
You out here on the burlap and you out here just doing stuff like, girl, no.
I'm not saying running red lights is wrong, but all I'm saying
can I
is
please the whole fist?
I might my entire feminine organ system might be trying to fall out
Shut
my
down,
body, and
child,
all I
dude.
need you to do is just hold me in this ball.
Yeah, thank you. I just need to put a little pressure right here.
Right here.
Okay,
I'm trying to
listen,
keep it up there, and it's
sis is on the verge of death right now as we speak. Okay,
like I'm falling apart.
It is all that I can do to keep it
y'all
together
be
right
having
now.
World War III during y'all period. don't y'all?
Sometimes we do.
Life
But I
happens.
think the retrograde is messing with minds. But
But I
whatever.
also feel
The whole
like
craze.
in spaces where we don't always opt to do the intimacy can be built.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you have to build intimacy outside of, rubbing minds with yours.
Exactly.
But that doesn't necessarily mean I won't run it 10 minutes from
I
now.
was gonna say,
I'm just
listen,
saying,
eventually,
like,
in this moment, no.
We can cuddle for 20 minutes, but eventually,
I'm gonna get it.
all I'm
And
saying,
that's fine.
she said, I'm gonna get it.
my masculinity gonna come out.
They like,
all right.
hey, look here. What
Look,
you
if
got
you
up there,
don't
sir?
And I'm be trying to take off your boxes like a woman.
Listen,
Don't play
no,
with me.
Tasha, it's gonna be along the lines of, now listen, sir, you just not gonna keep rubbing all up on me like this while we laid up right here.
I am. I'm gonna be trying to be all in your pants before you can even think about trying to put your hands down, man. I'm gonna be like, bloop.
But they say
And
that's
I mean
how they say that's how grounding works when you're trying to intensify or endure reach a different place in a relationship. Like you have to take sex off the table. But I'm like, but sex doesn't mean don't touch me no more.
Right.
I might want a cuddler. I might really be
I like to
watching that
cuddle.
movie. I might be watching the movie.
Exactly. A TV show.
But that the movie won't
Reading a
last
book.
forever.
I can't eat off your table. You gotta at least be in a gravy boat.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like gravy boats, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, sex gotta be at least in the gravy boat.
I'm
yo.
just saying. I'm not saying that every presented opportunity means a
This
presented
is true.
opportunity.
This is
for
true because
sex.
sometimes everybody not in the mood. You right. This is very right. But that's just how my brain functions.
Like,
So you're the hornball in these situations.
first of
I
all,
can't shade you. I am.
Okay.
I can say that my hormones be on 10, and my current person be like, he might be on 5 every now and then.
no, I can be
And
on
I'd be
10, but
like-
see, I'm gonna need 10 of that, and then I need 10 of the intimacy side too. I need
Yes.
both 10s.
You need a
I need
balance.
20s.
You need a balance.
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I need a
Yes, I
balance.
do.
Libra. I need a balance. I need the intimate 10 and the 10. I need both of them.
But see,
And then I
can
need the
cuddle
brain
before-
10 too, because
But
that
then
all
I'd
they
be
three
like,
from people.
let's cuddle before, let's cuddle after, and we can cuddle after. Like I like both halves.
You want a lot
I'm
of
just
things.
going to assume that.
But that's I was about to say. But
just
then
leave it where it's
again,
at.
but then again, my love language is physical touch. So I will cuddle
Yeah.
you throughout the whole house. I will wear you. You mean I will be the
I mean, I
backpack
do
on
that
your
too.
back.
The random touches.
You're the koala. You're the
Y'all ever
kangaroo.
seen
The
that?
kangaroo
Y'all ever
couch.
seen that TikTok where the people get in the man shorts and shit?
No.
That's you.
That be me.
Or
No.
this is Tasha. You love me.
You love me. You love me. You love me. You love me.
No.
Strapped to your back. You love me.
Okay, so here's the next one. And this one, now. You might need a picture in Sicily. Okay? Do women hold grudges if the first time you sex, it does not meet your expectations?
Yes.
I was like, I laughed at the do women's whole grudges part.
Yeah. Because I just cut it off at yes. But yes. Still,
Because we know that I have held a grudge a long time.
Oh, she holds decades worth of grudges, okay? And then they'd be like, why sister, why she don't like me?
I just let go of the grudges from a long time ago. In 2022, soon as 2022, and I was like, you know what? I probably do not need these no more.
But what about if your first time is the both of you getting used to each other? Like, you don't do
I
the
mean,
3
that-
times a charm
That's a
thing.
That's how I am. I was
I'll
gonna say, I don't ever
do
count the
3.
first one.
I don't do 3. I'll do 2.
No, I don't ever count the first one because you're learning each other.
True.
The second one, you know what I'm saying? It depends on the factors that go into what's happening or whatever, because you still may be learning each other, and it may be a teaching session as well. in the second one. Now the third one, you don't get the Lucky Charms right in the third one, then it's like, okay, what's happening here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it you? Is it me? Is it like...
But they say that a man that is out of practice of having sex has to have routine sex in order to know
This is very
what
true.
is going on.
Well, this
and
is
you can
true.
have a man who let's say they were self-caring. They cut off everybody, every other energy, and legit was self-caring. And then, you know, he meets you, he tries to incorporate himself with you, and blah, blah, you know.
This is very true because a lot of men who do not do it often or whatever, like say they take a long time hiatus and then they jump back in the pool, like they will do it quickly and you be like, wait a minute now. But it does take them a little while to get in the groove. And so some men will come back out and like straight out tell you, look, you got to work with me because I'm just now getting in the groove. Those people, I'm like, all right, he just now getting in the groove. But if you can't, like, if we can't have a conversation about, okay, what's really happening here, then those people I can't work with.
Yeah. Listen, I give you notes as soon as I realize it has gone wrong. We have gone astray in the mist. I'm so sorry. Sir, please stop. Stop right now.
Brittany said we are
Brittany
not
like-
driving the boat to Africa. We
Brittany
have
like
made
a
a
whole
left at
teacher.
Haiti and
Brittany is that teacher where after the testing she check your paper to see what you got wrong, and then she tell you what you got
I'd be like,
wrong.
let me show you how to
explain
fix
you
it.
what you got wrong and how it was wrong.
And how we're gonna fix it so we can do better the next time. Unless you want to go again right now, we can figure it out. But I'm just saying. But like in the midst of that first time, and if it just goes awry and it goes left, I'm not gonna sit there and be quiet if I don't like it. That's just crazy.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. If it go left, like you do just some random weird
You know what I'm
shit,
saying?
I will stop you.
Why
Hey,
would I sit through a whole session and be thinking in the back of my mind, this is trash. This is trash, Jesus. And you just lay there. This is trash. And we just...
I'm just saying.
Oohs and
I have stopped somebody before.
Oh, no.
I have stopped somebody before because it was garbage or whatever, and he didn't even stick his PB in me. But I'm saying I have stopped somebody because he bit me down, and I was like,
wait.
I was like,
Wait.
Did he think it was a steak or something? Like, what?
He bit your cooter? He bit it? Yes.
Oh.
and I was like,
I'm
hey,
so sorry
nope,
for
I'm good on this.
your afflictions.
We ain't gotta talk about it no
down there?
more.
Make
When
my
I,
cooter feel weird.
Did you think we were
bit
slurping
me.
noodles? Like,
no.
bit
So
you?
I was like,
Don't
hey,
you know
look,
that tissue is tender?
Nate, look, we ain't gotta do this no more. You good? I'm good.
listen, no, because see, sometimes you got to break it down to what they can understand. Now, how would you like it if I did that to you?
Just bit the tank.
Bit
girl.
your shit. Like,
Okay, I'm
you
done.
be feeling,
I'm done
you
with
be
it. I
feeling all
quit.
kinds of ways.
I quit it. I'm
So
done.
yeah, so I didn't hold a grudge. I was like, you cool people or whatever, we can still be cool. I ain't hold no grudge. I won't bitter. I'll hold a grudge if you do some weird, just outlawish shit to me, basically. But sex is not one of them things you hold a grudge on, because sex be like, it's like playing the lottery. Sometimes it hits, sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you go on with a new person, it's a lot of practice into it.
It is, but practice is a part of the is like letting it roll. Like you just gotta ride the wave sometime. Like
It's like somebody with a great personality but bad sex. You got to work
Oh,
with it
Lord
because their
Jesus.
personality is great, but you got to work with the sex to try to make it what you want it to
and
be.
this is where the teacher comes out. Listen,
Because if a man check all
Sir.
your boxes except for he not good in the bed, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna work
Yeah,
this out.
we can fix that.
We're gonna figure this out together. Cause you, sir, cannot leave me. You cannot leave me. I can't do that.
okay, well, I refuse to be bitten. I will slap you while you walk down there,
girl.
Listen, don't you fucking bite me.
I didn't do that. I was very polite. I was just like, hey, stop.
because I would have cliched up.
We
real
don't
quick.
have to go. We
What
don't
are
have
you
to go
doing?
any further. You know, if I did it in a very non-ego crushing way.
You're so nice.
Listen,
Girl, it would have been. You remember the VA commercial where they just like smack you on the foot? What are you doing? What are you?
tap
I did-
like the easy button.
I'm just saying, I did it in a very non-ego crushing way because I was like, maybe he's gonna go on to the next person, and do better.
He better listen. That means I'm slapping you for all women, past, present, and future. When I slap you, because
I was very nice to him. You know,
that is wonderful.
Maybe they think we can stand that rain because of all the clamps and stuff that be in the porn stores.
No.
I don't know why.
Every female ain't built for all of that shit that you see in the porn store.
That's very true too. And
everybody not built for that.
No nibble,
some
nibble,
people are
bite,
good
bite.
with just regular vanilla. Some people like a little rocky road, but we ain't. No,
I like a little rocky road, but you're not finna fucking bite me.
I'm in between. I like a little pralines and cream. You know.
Let me go to the next question. Oh shit. Okay. Do you believe biracial relationships really affect your dating pool?
Yes. No. Well,
we were talking about this earlier today, me and my coworkers, and it's a very touchy topic, this thing, because one of my coworkers is the only one. It's 3 secretaries. It's 2 black ladies and one white lady. And we were talking about it because we were gossiping about a police officer who is married to a black woman, but he frequently cheats with a white woman.
Ooh.
And so she asked us she asked us, questions all the time about the difference between black girl and white girl, our hair, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I paid her the attention. But she asked us today, she was like, does it hurt black women more if a black man cheats on you with a white woman? And I told her straight up to her face, yes. And I was like, it's different for me, and I can only speak for me, because I can only speak for me. That because as a black woman, if he cheats on me with another black woman, I'm be like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Maybe her titties was bigger than mine, or her ass was this, or, you know what I'm saying? It's a different pill to swallow versus if he cheated on me with a white woman, I would be like, what was wrong with me? I would really feel like something was like 100% humanly wrong with me that you cheated on me with someone of another race, or a white woman or whatever. I was like, it would feel like not only just a slap in the face, because as a woman to get cheated on, period, that's a slap in the face. But I feel like it would be a knife in my back if he cheated on me with a white woman. And she was like, I don't see it like that. To me, it would just be like, because she white, she don't see it like that. She would just figure white, black, purple, whatever, because you got cheated on.
She said love is love.
Because you got cheated on. Basically, she was like, because you got cheated on, it would be a slap in the face. I was like, yeah, but you look at it like that because you're white. I was like, I don't look at it like that because that's just how I see it from my perspective. But biracial relationships do not really affect me or bother me or whatever.
Ask her a reverse question. How do you feel about white men that cheat with black women? Because
I never met that.
Go ahead,
I
Brittany.
might be a little 50-50 on it, right?
50-50 on if your dating pool is affected.
Right.
Okay.
Because
you don't like Jennings.
Because I like other races too. You know what I'm saying? I
can say I like other races.
While I love me a good chocolate man, yes, amen. Y'all are beautiful. But, you look at the other side and you be like, oh, look at you, sir. This lumberjack looking white man with the beard and the blue eyes, and you just, oh.
If I find me a white man that would date a black woman.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, oh, look at you. Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Asians, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Okay, so
crazy rich Dubai, nice Persian man.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let go of that control. But I got
a nice
you.
Persian man that own a couple gas stations.
Shut up, Tasha. Just shut.
Still a nice Persian man. You know what I'm saying? I would date any, race.
My go-to technically is a black man majority of the time. But if I see something that might catch my eye on the other side, hey, how you doing? But
we like chocolate cake.
So you're 50-50.
I'm 50-50 on it because it is like kind of hard for us to, navigate this here dating pool with the whole biracial thing. Because then you're looking at them, but deep down inside, they like them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you were to picture the person you stand at the aisle with, what complexion do they have?
Oh, they brown, boo-boo.
Okay, so
brown down, they are. But
the question wasn't the long term, but that's what dating pool long term is essentially to get to.
But I'm still open enough to, look at the others.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
So you're an equal opportunity
I am an
employer.
equal opportunity
Basically,
employer. Yes,
EEOC.
I am. But I need the other opportunities to be checking for me too. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-sided thing most of the time.
Before I give my 2 cents, have either of y'all dated somebody outside your race?
No.
Once.
No, I tried talking to somebody outside my race, and just to, like I said, I'm an EEOC. I tried it, but I think the thing about it is that it's the difference between. I think he fetishized it more than he wanted to date you, right? Because it was very over sexualized, and I was like, wait a minute, pause, then kind of thing. Versus, he was trying to get to know my sexual parts before he got to know my name. So it was like, okay, I think you are you're fetishizing the fact that I'm black versus the fact that I'm just a human being. So okay. if I meet someone of another color who would treat me like a human being and not just a fetish, then it would be different.
Okay.
I dated one. It just didn't last very long. We made it up until the meeting of his siblings. And then that's where it went left.
Okay.
So, because I'm black, they not. We don't share the same experiences and opinions about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that kind of got in the way a little bit.
So I'm gonna answer this 2 different sides. I have to agree that I am definitely 50-50, but there's other parts to that. So I have dated outside my race multiple times. Dated. So successfully met my mama, dated outside my race. So when it comes to the people that I've dated, did I feel like my dating pool get affected? No, because they were in my dating pool. In my opinion, they were in my dating pool. I have become a very picky person. So if you made it in my dating pool, good.
I'm a pool hopper.
Yeah, I guess
Pool hopper.
maybe you can call me a pool hopper.
You know how you jump in the hot tub and then you jump back in the pool?
Yes.
Because the water be cold.
And it be freezing cold.
Yes.
So when I looked at the way I was treated,
Indoor, outdoor.
I did not envision a color at the end of my marriage. At the altar, I did not envision a color at my altar because of the way I was treated. So do I feel like my pool was affected? No. However, I also feel like my pool was affected because, and this is going to sound horrible, but it's the fucking truth. When I watch myself try to date other white men, or even when I tried to date an Arab, first things first, he was the one that I did date at that point. He was older than me. Then I had one that was younger than me, but both of them sort of kind of laid out their financial availability to me early. They have life insurance policies. They have equity. Their family supports them in ways that if they do make mistakes, they can openly make mistakes and not feel damaged the same way that a lot of people in the community can really feel damaged. They can feel like, they got one repo and their life's over, because the way that their families affect them, they can't move forward past that. So in my opinion, that is harder for me to try and date somebody who doesn't feel like they can make mistakes. In the other cultures, they can openly make mistakes and they're okay. In our culture, unfortunately, still till this day, you cannot. You have to be mindful of what you say, how you dress, how you present yourself, what you said on media. You have to be mindful of so much stuff, yet alone trying to date somebody. So the fact that we're trying, it makes it harder for me to feel like my pool would not be affected because he determines that he wants to go get somebody outside of his race because they come with more to the table than somebody amongst my race. That's a part of the problem. So it's like, do I feel like my pool is affected? I'm legit half in the middle because I don't want to feel like every time I'm with you, it's a struggle for us to be together because we're both black. And I also don't want to feel like somebody is throwing money in my face, making them more enticing to me to date them because they're outside the race.
Well, when you date in that community, basically, your finances are put on the table. If you think about it, even just period, because they want to know that as a man, the first thing that is thought about in their cultures is that you have to be able to support your family. So they're automatically going to put their financial statements out on the line, because that's what their men want to. That's what their men want to know. That's what their fathers want to know when they date other daughters. All that stuff. Can you support your family or whatever? So that comes with that. That's not like a newborn thing or whatever. Not something just happened. It's not like I just want to throw money in your face. It comes with it basically, and they want you to know. Right, it's the culture. They want you to feel supported. They want you to know that they can support you, because that is how everybody in their culture, even the women, think that. Like when they look for somebody, they look for somebody who can support them. That's what they look for. So that's probably why that person led like that. Versus,
but support never means genuine love. It just means support.
Correct. But again, that's how that culture thinks. It's not that. It's that, because most of the times cultures like that, they are arranged marriages anyway, so they think that love will come.
Right.
Eventually.
Right. They're saying love will come as we are in the house more together, as we're this more together, as we have our kids. But marriages like that also have the lowest divorce rate, because it is shame upon whatever
to
divorce. Right.
Divorce, honey.
So do they eventually fall in love with each other? Absolutely. But it's not until
later.
Right. But your money is there. So it's like,
yeah.
But that's just how that culture, that's just how cultures like that work. You don't work like that, but that's just how cultures work like that.
You're not about to Mr. and Mrs. Smith me just because you paid the rent.
No, it'd be more like Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh.
You think so? Probably.
No, I think we still both going to be in a pine box at some point, because I just know myself. I'd be like, first of all, what you're not going to do is think you're going to beat me on Wednesday because that's in your culture.
Not that part. I would explain to them that this is not what I'm about to accept.
Right. At some point, that is going to
At some point, that
out.
is a conversation.
Right.
Because I ain't about to just shut up and sit in the corner like your sister. No.
Okay, here's a fun one. What was the best pickup line that you gave him your number?
Like a pickup line that was said to me, and
that
I
was
gave the
sent
number
to you, and you was just like, damn, he got me. He went fishing and hooked you.
A pickup line?
I don't think I paid that close attention. No, seriously.
Or something that just segued into it.
I think the best one for me was when I was in college, right? I think all y'all know this story. But I was in college, right? And I look horrible. When I say horrible, you should never walk out your dorm room looking the way I look. I look ragamuffin, okay? A whole Raggedy Ann, the big dog. And I walked in class and I was late. And I was even texting my sister and my cousin at the time, I wasn't paying attention to shit, nothing. And so I walk in late, and then somebody else walks in late, but they sat beside me, and he leans over and he asked me for a piece of paper. So I give him, don't even think about giving a sheet of paper and going with my text conversation. Pay attention to this fucking teacher. That way, I can't understand half the shit he's saying. So then, the part that got me was when he asked me for a pen, and I was like, y'all, I text my sister and my cousin because we were in a group chat. I was like, y'all, somebody just asked me for a sheet of paper and the pen at the same time. The fuck? And they were like, he come prepared for class? How could you not do that? You in college. How you don't have no money for no paper? But I say that to say that he borrowed the paper and the pen to ask me for tell me I was beautiful and ask me for my number. I was like, I look shitty as hell.
Maybe he saw you on a good day.
Girl, I look like
and was like, she just having a one
saw
soul.
you on a good day.
She just having a one
just
soul.
the one time, and the fact that she came out in public like this really put the cherry on top for me. Cause listen,
he wrote me a note, like an old school note, and
on
I was
the paper
like,
that you
on
gave
the sheet
him?
of paper I gave him with the pen that he borrowed.
that's cute.
And so he introduced himself, told me I was beautiful, and then he was like, "Can I get your number or whatever so we can hang out sometime?" I thought that was so cute because I was like, I look like crazy as hell. And the fact that he told me I was beautiful on this day and asked me for my number, I just kind of smiled and gave it to him. And that's that.
That's so nice.
I know it wasn't a pickup line, but like I said, I look shitty. Like when I tell you should, as a woman, you should not go out the house looking how I look. But I look
Just
crazy.
rolled out the bed and went.
I did. It was one of them 7 a.m. classes. You feel like ain't nobody really looking at your ass. No way. I had my hair wrapped up, my glasses on. I had on the boxes I went to sleep in, a pair of sweatpants, and I think some flip flops or something like that, and just walk on across campus with my book bag.
Brittany?
I'm yet still thinking.
Okay.
Because again, I don't really think I paid attention.
I just think that's the cutest moment to me. That's the one I can say. He got it easy.
Aside
he got
from
it
when,
easy.
okay, maybe this is one. I don't know.
Picture it.
We're just gonna slide it in there. A lot of people always approach me with like art things, and then they carry the conversation from there. So like, hey, can you do this? Can you paint this on this for me? And then I'll come to you and I'll tell you, you know, what
Just
to put
to be
on
in
it,
your
but just
vicinity.
to be in my vicinity, in my space. Yep. Okay. And then like from there, conversation just carries or whatever, and you know, shit happens. But yeah, a lot of the times it's like, can you design a tattoo? Can you do this? Can you do that? Oh, okay, sure. You've never talked to me a day in your life.
But now all of a
But
sudden,
now
all of
you
a
want
sudden.
something from me. Okay, we'll see where it goes.
I'm gonna tell y'all mine, and y'all gonna be like, "That's so." Yeah, she gave it.
You gave him
She
the
gave
drawers.
it. She gave it.
Pickup line.
Pickup line.
Girl, you lost me.
I was like a pickup line. All I
Okay,
could think
okay,
about
go
is
ahead,
Will
say it,
Smith.
say it.
So, as you all know, I'm like really nerdy in a lot of ways. So anything that has to deal with like words and music, I'm like,
They quoted a song
They-
and looked
yes,
at you.
yes.
All right,
Oh my God.
so
I knew it.
we're at a bar, and this is in DC. It's at Busboys and Poets. That's right in DC, and I'm in there. I'm just sort of kind of doing my own little thing. I went on like, you know how you just go on a self-care date? It wasn't a self-care date. It's just more like I was out, didn't feel like being
took
out with
yourself
nobody,
on a date.
and I was gone. So I was out there, and next thing you know, they were playing Lauryn Hill. And so I'm sitting there bopping. I got a little drink. And I didn't notice him, but he's out there too. And, you know, he's talking about him too. So next thing you know, we both look at each other. And we both start singing this song together. And he's like, Zion. And I'm like, yeah, this is weird, but this is weird enough that I like it.
Yeah.
So then after that, like he, you know, comes over to where I'm sitting, and we continue to, I guess, the night together. And then once I was like, yawn, all right, it's time for me to go home. He was like, you mind if I get your number? I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because we legit rocked out. We rocked out to every song they played in that joint. And I was like, dang, this is the way that I picture some off the cuff dates to go.
Your
like
meet
somebody
cutes.
in person.
Your meet cute.
But you
Your
wanna,
meet cute.
Yeah, you just wanna
Cute.
I just wanna know that if I start, you know, left a good job in the city, that you're gonna follow up with, you know.
That's it.
That's it. That's what I wanna know. So that was yeah, he got my number that night.
Cute.
Off the music cuff. And that's like, yeah, with me. So well, these are some fun questions, you guys, you know, talking about our little stuffy stuff. But
Yeah, she beat me with that pickup line.
yeah.
Pickup line. All I could think of was, girl, you've been walking through heaven because you've been walking, well, must have been walking through heaven because you've been going through my mind all day. Will Smith line.
Jeez.
It's like, who does
Your
pickup
feet must
lines
be
anymore?
tired.
Yeah, your feet must be tired,
because you've
thing.
been running through my mind.
Okay, so this one is as we wrap, and this one is the first thing that comes to your mind. And I
dang
mean
it. Okay.
the first thing that comes to your mind.
Let me
going
clear
first.
the mind. Nuh-uh.
Yep, clear it.
Go ahead.
If you could change one thing about a man, what would it be?
It's hard because it depends on the man.
That's why I said the first thing that comes to mind.
That's what I just said. It's hard
It's
because
hard
it depends
because
on
it
the
depends on
man.
the man.
I think I would change their vulnerability.
That's exactly what the fuck I said.
And I think I would change it to where it would not be as closed off. I'm not saying that as a man you can't be that strong male presence. You can't have that like puffed up, you know what I'm saying? You can't be that closed off, that, you know what I'm saying, man kind of thing or whatever. Man. But I'm like, at some point, you gotta open up and let somebody, I think that would be the first thing I would change, is that they don't have to feel as pressured to be that.
I would change their mindset in regards to safe spaces, because none of them feel safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's I'll say yours is vulnerability.
I can agree.
Mine is a safe space. Because everybody ain't trying to hit you in the head unless you like that shit. But at the same time, just, you know, a safe space. Feel like you have a safe space outside of your mama or a relative. Like everybody ain't out to get you. And I really wish you would operate as if everybody is not out to get you. Mm-hmm. So I'll leave that. I'll leave it at that. What you got?
But yeah, I would change that. I would change their vulnerability, like to just be able to open up more. Because I don't want to always feel like I am trying to chip away at a conversation, or you sitting there with a badass attitude, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" And you keep saying nothing. But you sit there, you looking like you ate Oscar the Grouch and the trash and the trash can. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. It's not till 24 hours later that you finally pull the rabbit out of the house and say, maybe it was because of this. Well, why didn't you tell me that yesterday?
When I asked you
that, I'd have gave you a bowl of ice cream, put a blanket over you, and left you the fuck alone. Why ain't tell me you was going through your man period? I would have left you alone.
Your man period.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Or I would have been like, I would have been that shoulder you needed to lean on, or if you need to open up something. But for you to just be sitting there looking grumpy in the face and nothing, that does not work for me. As a grown person, that don't work for nobody. You can't just nothing your way through life. You gotta just be like, this is what's bothering me. This is why.
Be more honest.
Okay, so yours is open honesty, hers is vulnerability, and mine is safe space.
Yes.
Okay. Well, y'all heard what we said.
In other words, y'all need to talk. Damn it.
You heard what we said, nah.
Just because they heard, I feel like.
Yeah. But these are questions by our viewers, and for other men who want other answers, I guess the questions they not asking. So I hope that those men who needed these answers got something. Hey, you know, maybe you walk up to the girl with the sweatpants and spit to her.
That's right.
You know?
Say, hey,
maybe you talk to her.
She don't look like this every day. She
right.
don't look like Alicia Keys. I look a lot different outside my work clothes. Okay.
You know. But
I be making yours with milk.
With milk.
Water.
With milk, not water.
Because I think you kind of sweet.
That's
yep,
right.
There you go. You better say that.
Oh man, well, we definitely enjoy you guys for tuning in, and as always, make sure you like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe, and comment. Please comment.
Yes,
set those notifications.
Yes,
so that way you know when stuff is happening.
And if you are not already a part of our Facebook group, please join our community. It's a wonderful plethora of people in there.
It really is. And also follow our Instagram page. We got a whole lot of stuff going on under there too. We started our strain of the weeks every week.
Yes.
At some point during the week.
At some point during the week, you do get a strain that you might need to go cop from somebody.
Yes.
And be like, I'm finna try this here.
That's right. And I try to add the places where we get stuff from, you know, make it real cute and knowledgeable. It talks about the feels you're going to get, what it helps with, all those wonderful things. You know? So,
and as always, until next time, this is another episode of
Kush, Curves, and Conversations.
Bye. Enjoy your pride.
In my
little
pride.
bit of kush, whole lot of curves. We not shy over here, so you best to use your words. This is audio and visual. Listen and you see them go. It shouldn't be free to see these queens on your TV, bro. They make it look easy. You want ratchet, you want proper. I got Tracy, Brittany, Tasha. 3 flavors of that ganja. Them hard to speak up topics. Got jungle juice with vodka. And maybe the solution is to talk about your problems, cause the answer never quiet. You should try it. Little kush, a whole lot of curves. We all invited. This is season 3 and they hit, so get excited. They even got rocks on the intro. I hope you like it. Show that you care, follow, share, and hit subscribe it. Kush, curves, and conversations probably could stop the violence. Kush, curves, and conversations, man, I swear they wildin'. But after those 3, yo, I promise you leaving smiling. Come on.